So, boom! We're back, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, took a couple of days off. It was a bit sticky. I had to let the dust settle really before I come back on the live. Arsenal rattled me. It had me absolutely rattled. I should say Arteta had me rattled. That's what I really should be saying. Because he had me rattled. Some of them comments he was coming out with, he said we were the better team. For mate, what's he smoking on? Give us a pack. Give us a pack, fella. What are you smoking on? Cool, blimey, exotic Spanish. What are you saying, Jordan? JBRS in the building. Should have a couple of shows tomorrow. Should have a brunch with Marvelous Marv. Going to have up the Arsenal in the evening as well. Ooh, so it's all cracking on tomorrow. After the Liverpool game, we've got to discuss. We've got to discuss the Liverpool game. As it stands, as the title says, Slot showed Arteta up. Tactics Tim, Mr. Arteta. Arteta really let himself down, if I'm honest. All those gimmicks, talking about phases this and phases that. Remember me, Aaron, Jandu. No, Aaron. I think I do vague. No, Aaron, remind me, who do you support? Charlie boy, what are you saying, Charlie boy? You fogged up today, fella? Aaron, rings a bell though. I remember Aaron. I do remember very at the beginning stages, Aaron. Talk to me, fella, but who do you support? Was it Arsenal? Looking like you might just secure second after City's draw today was pathetic, bro. I ain't watched it, but I just know it's pathetic. I saw it 0-0 against Southampton. Come on, bro. I know you're not going to win 7, 8, 9 games in a row. You've won, 6 in a row? 7 was a bit steep. 6 would have been steep if it's 5, so it doesn't matter either way. You've done well to get back. 3rd in an FA Cup, it's nothing to be scoffed at, if I'm honest. I remember Arsenal doing it and people said it wasn't good enough. Right on cue, guys, right on cue. Marvelous Marv was one of those people that said finishing 3rd and finishing 4th and winning the FA Cup is not good enough. However, Liverpool finished 5th, was it, and won the FA Cup, or was it the League Cup? And he said it was fantastic. So, obviously, everything means more with Liverpool. We're having brunch. Are you coming? Bring the fucking croissants. Bring the fucking croissants. You're going to be there tomorrow, Marv. What time? Give me a time, bro. 10 men behind the ball for 90 minutes. One of them days. Yeah, and Man City haven't really completed the refresh. So, I guess you're going to struggle with those teams as of now, until next season. But all those people, by the way, all those Arsenal fans crying out for Kevin De Bruyne to come to Arsenal. What is wrong with you? For starters, who's Kevin De Bruyne going to pass the ball to? There's no striker. What is he going to flick it on? Is he going to through ball for Marino or through ball for Havertz or Jesus, who end up breaking his leg halfway through the run? Cool, blimey. And that's another thing. Arteta's excuses about the injuries. Like, I put up a video at the start of the season. How many times am I going to say this? At the start of the season, I put up a video of Arteta saying we have the finished squad in the league. Like, bro, you know this, and you still let go of Eddie and kept. Listen, I wouldn't have kept Eddie, but I would have kept Reece and I would have kept Smith Rowe. Simple as. If you're not going to buy, you hold on to them, man, and then sell them once you do what you got to do. But how we did it was crazy. What we're saying now, we're saying that the P45 is out. His name is on the P45. It's not filled out, but his name's on there. It hasn't been signed, but the P45 is out and it's on the table, and his name is now on that P45. Going into next season, every game up until Christmas is crucial. Every game's crucial, but now this has got there's spice on it now. He's got spice. Every game will be scrutinized. Every fucking game. It's already scrutinized, but every game will be scrutinized to the nth degree. Same with Slot. Slot won't have it as hard as Arteta, but once Slot's wheels fall off, I'm going to say around October, November time, we'll see how he handles it. Look, I want my God. You had your guard of honor. I've done it last week. I've done it twice for you last week, and you didn't rock up to any of them. So what can I say? Marvelous. KDB starts over. No, he doesn't, Charlie boy. That's the thing. He doesn't. He's better than Odegaard as a baller. But his legs are gone. His legs are gone, bro. Arsenal, same old. Listen, if it's Arsenal, ain't it Man United? Same old story. Then just getting progressively worse. So how come that narrative never runs up, or the Spurs narrative? It's always same old Arsenal. Netflix. Why are we the only one with a Netflix series when everyone else seems to have one? But we're the only one. Doesn't make sense year after year. I agree. I think Arteta's had long enough. Now a League Cup won't be good enough because you, Marvelous Marv, said it's not good enough for Arsenal to win the FA Cup and finish third. But yet you're saying winning the League Cup is good enough, basically. We don't want the League Cup. But at this point, any cup will suffice for Arteta to get some sort of credit in the bank. However, you need to finish in the top 4. You can't be 15th, 16th, winning League Cups. Unacceptable. And FA Cups. Unacceptable. For a Wigan, fine. Middlesbrough, fine. Luton Town, fine. It's not fine for Aston Villa to be out of the top 10 and win FA Cup. It's not fine. Not at this point of where they are. So, I'm just letting you know. And that's Aston Villa. Odegaard ain't strong enough to lift a trophy and he's captain. So, it ain't happening. Listen, I didn't say Arsenal's winning the trophy next year. I have no hopes for Arsenal next year. I don't have any aspirations, any hopes, any visions. I'm just going to go there empty-minded, empty vessel, and just watch and see what I go on and appreciate. I'm going full journalist next season. Full journalist. What are you saying, Kun? You're good, bro. How you been? City's third and FA Cup. That's successful. That's success. You can't, like I said, you can't scoff your nose up at that. Like Arne Slot has come in and made a mockery of Arteta's gimmicks, the phases and the processes. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think this season's been successful for a lot of managers, but Arteta. Eddie Howe's had success. Maresca could have success. I wouldn't call Man United and Spurs success. I would call that more papering over, not even papering over cracks, because the crack is so large. And that paper's just basically, we're putting a sheet of A4, wet piece of A4 over a dam that's 200 yards wide and 800 billion feet deep. So that's where they're at. But they want to create a narrative of something else. But, Amarin will be out by Christmas. Trophies it is too heavy for Odegaard. But hopefully the team can help him lift that trophy. Big Ange might have, I won't call it success. You can't lose 19 times, win a trophy and say, yeah, they've had successful season, because then we're basically saying the league it's not about the league, it's about the cups. Where you finish in the league is irrelevant, because we're diminishing it by saying, they might have lost 19 times in the league and they're going to win the Europa Cup. It's crazy. Have you seen the position of teams in the final? So in the Champions League, we've got Inter against PSG. So they're first and second in their respective leagues. Then we've got the Conference League. I don't know who's in the final, but I know it's Chelsea and someone else. Chelsea, what are they? 5th, 6th? And the other team are 5th, 6th in their league. And then we've got Europa League, which is meant to be the second tier trophy, not the third, the second. And we've got 16th and 15th in the final. That's crazy. But that's the power of the Premier League, which people are not factoring in. The amount of money that we get compared to those other leagues. It's ridiculous. And the format changed. Papa Wenger, was it? Papa Wenger lowered PL standards. How so? How did Wenger lower PL standards? You're not even making sense, because you're the same guy that laughed at him, you and everyone else, when he said top 4 is bigger than a trophy, because it is. Getting top four is bigger than the League Cup. That's it. Simple as. And it was bigger than the League Cup before there was a top four. The League Cup has been dead since 97, 98, from when Fergie said, just play the kids. And then Wenger started playing kids. And then we was winning tournaments with kids. So, no, let's not blame Wenger for that. Because the same way you lot try to blame Pep Guardiola for the state of football now, let's not do stupid things. Said top. It is. It's you get more money for finishing fourth than you do for winning the League Cup. Where does the League Cup get you? Nowhere. Where does fourth get you? Champions League, which is what everyone strives to do, is make Champions League football and win the league. As a Man City fan, you should understand this. It's cheeky of you now to be sitting on a perch when your oil money, football doping at its finest. Securing a European trophy and Champions League football is a successful season. However, you want to look at it. Yeah, it's true, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not sitting here saying that winning a trophy outside of the top four, because like these men are saying, when you're top six club, to win a trophy outside of the top four, it just papers over cracks. You've got to be in the top four. You've got to be challenging and winning trophies. When you're finishing 15th and 16th and you've lost 19 times, you've lost 16 times, and we're rewarding this failure with champions. You know what? I want them to go in Champions League football, just so we can have a conversation in December when I say to you, you see, I told you so. Because it's going to be too much for them. Look where Man United finished in their last Champions League outing. They finished bottom of their group because they weren't ready. They wasn't ready. And Spurs, what? Big Ange, he'll be sacked. I think he's going to get the sack regardless whether he wins the trophy or not. And that's what I'm trying to tell people. It's not just about trophies, because if it's just about trophies, Ten Hag would still be in the job. Jose would still be in the job. Louis van Gaal would still be in the job. One in the job because the football was dross and they were nowhere near winning the pinnacle of football right now, which is the Premier Fucking League. Not even close. Not even a sniff. What Arsenal did in the last 2 seasons, all those teams I've just mentioned couldn't even get close to that. Man United, nowhere near that. Man United can forget challenging for the league. They need to challenge for second place first before they even think about that. And when I mean they're what, 20 points off Arsenal, 30. What is going on, man? And we're rewarding these men with success, and now we're trying to change narratives just to get at the Arsenal. It's dumb. It is sport doping, Charlie, but I'm not against it, bro, because Chelsea set a precedent. You could listen, if Arsenal got that kind of money, I'm going to hold my hands up. Yeah, we're cheating now. Now we've joined the cheaters. Those cheats, not even cheating at that point, because now everyone's on steroids. Come on, man. You know it's doping, bruv. You didn't make that money organically. You didn't work your way up the table organically. How greedy you, man, were. Come on, man. You're not like an Arsenal that earned the right, or a Man United that earned the right, or a Liverpool that earned the right by winning trophy. Like, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you've got a leg up, and I'm all for that because it makes it more exciting. It makes it exciting. Obviously, back in the day when Chelsea first did it, I was dead against it. But now I'm like, you know what? Good. We need someone to battle Chelsea and knock them off their perch. And I love it. I love it. I love what you've done. I love what Man City done. Man City done a fantastic. The way they done it was beautifully structured, manifested, and executed. 0 trophies to show. Yeah, listen, again, I'm not Arteta's doo-doo, bruv. Arteta's got the P45 out. I've told you this already. The P45 is out with his name on it. He's the nearly man. It's not about the nearly man right now. We need the man that's going to get us over the line, and it ain't him. They're going to give him another 250 M's to spend in the summer. We've brought Zubimendi already. They're going to give him more money, more time. And when we end up 4 game potless, or we do win a trophy and we end up out of the top 4, like, come on. Round and round we go. It's investing in business. Come on, bro. Come on. Who are you kidding? Could the geezer, all banter aside, who are you kidding? But when Sky decided to give the Red Cartel a bag of money in 92 and take money away from the small teams, that was fine. Listen. It wasn't fine. It wasn't fine, Charlie. But the reason why they gave it to the Red Cartel was because the Red Cartel, David Dean was part of the board, and I'm sure David Gill had his hand inside. Yeah, he goes. Football is the only industry where you can pump in and invest into company. Yeah, but bruv, come on. Drop the link and I'll explain. I'm not doing a link tonight. I can't do a link tonight, bro. I can't. But next time we come on, I want you to explain it for me. Or I might even do it during the week. You can explain it to me properly. Because I'm not, you man are trying to pour wool over my eyes because you're a Man City and you've had a long time to work this argument out. Arsenal are smelly. There's just a bad stink about Arsenal. Really smelly from head to toe. Nah, bro, it's not smelly. It's the fruit is just starting to turn. It's overripe banana. The banana's overripe, so you can't really eat it. But you could put it in a cake. You can reuse this and restructure it. The cake being the new manager. You know what I'm saying? We can do that. But we're not going to do it this season. Maybe I'm being harsh on Arteta. I saw something from Clive when he said, we lacked creativity, we lacked ideas, we lacked poise. At this point, 6 seasons in, we shouldn't lack these things. We shouldn't be resorting to long throws and set piece. In the Champions League semi-final, you don't deserve to win it, mate. You don't deserve to win it. You don't. And when I realised this problem last season, when I said it again on this 4-game pod, I said it last season around November time, December time, I said, I don't like this set-piece thing. I don't like it. I don't mind it if we're in the top 5 for goals scored from open play. Cool beans. Because we've added another string to that bow, yeah? Cool. Because we're now set-piece kings. But when you're set-piece kings and you're 13th for goals scored from open play, well, fuck, mate. It's not looking good. We have Havertz. Havertz is shite. Nicholas Havertz is shite, bro. They don't like facts. Nah. Look at you two. I'm happy I could bring you two together. Hold on, Arsenal or Smelly? Look at Kun. Look at you. I'm happy I could bring you mans together. What's this? Top Goon is telling me next year, every year. Nah, I'm not saying. Did you hear me say next year? I said it's gonna be a top 4 fight next season. That's what it's gonna be. Arteta done some Mandela effect on Arsenal. Nah, you know what? Because they fancy him, bro. They fancy him. They fancy the manager. City used to have the biggest ground in England, but back then, teams shared match day. Charlie's giving me some folklore tale. Arteta is a scrub. Arteta has 0 class. Zero. Glorified Woolwich stuck. I was, you know what? And the maddest thing was I was trying to gaslight myself when I was watching it, and I was thinking to myself, Arsenal's a mixture of Barcelona and Stoke City. I like that. But no, we was nowhere near no Barcelona. I'm talking about Pep's Barcelona. We was nowhere near that. When Arteta leaves Arsenal, that will be the end of him. He won't get another job. He'll get a job somewhere, trust me. But if Berto Martinez can get a job, he can get a job. He's our Ole Gunnar, and that's no disrespect to Ole. And that's disrespect to Ole, Nah, moving man. He's better than Ole. I'm an Arsenal fan, mate. Arteta needs better. His in-game management is crap. It's crap. man. Oh my God, the substitutes. Oh my days. Oh my, some of the substitutions, like not to bring Ranieri on in the Champions League at the point. You know, Wenger used to everyone used to cuss when Wenger when we would be struggling and he would stick on Will Todd, Kanu, Bergkamp, we would all be on the pitch. It's a mess at this point. So it's like he's gone 4-1-4 basically, and everyone will be scratching their head. But we'll win the game. We'll claw it back somehow, some way. Well, you get me? Like, we're not even doing it. And people used to cuss that because they'd seen it for so long. Now we're meant to have some tactical genius. He gets his first team wrong half the time. He fucking doesn't take no risks. And when he does take a risk, he does it when you're not meant to. Like Aston Villa. Last season. At home. Plays Havertz at midfield. Oh, I was looking at some clips from the season before that as well earlier. Oh my God, the spring in our step. It's all gone. It's all gone. That's fine margins. That is fine margins from Arsenal being a great team to being the forgotten team. Unbelievable. Unfucking believable. Bruv, seriously, anyone could do what he's done. No, they can't. No. With that money spent. It's not like he's done a Mazza. I don't get the hype. No, you know what? He's a decent manager. No, decent, unfair. He's a good manager. He ain't world class. No chance. He ain't the finished product. I don't think he is the man to get us over the line in this league. Not us anyway. Me personally. And when people try to cite the whole striker situation, he has had 3 summers to get a striker. There's no way he's made attempts to get strikers. If you can't get your first choice, you go off your second or third, I'm afraid, at this point, because you can't be missing out on your first choice striker for 3 summers in a row, unfortunately. People tried to tell me he wanted Isak. Well, he had an opportunity to buy Isak when Isak was in London in January that time. And instead of buying Isak, we bought Jesus. So, you know what I mean? You've gone and raided Sociedad and still no striker, like you're taking a piss. At the end of the Bayern Munich game, there was a tweet saying, with quotes, like Arsenal's priority is a striker or an attacker. And they realised, they've identified that they needed the X factor in games such as crucial as Bayern Munich. Games that are that tight, we needed X factor. We didn't have no X factor. We're bringing on Ben White for Timber. And you know what? Someone made a valid point. Since Zinchenko's been at the team, Arsenal stopped playing fluid football. That's very interesting. Arsenal will go back downhill if Arteta leaves. No, we bloody won't, Charlie. That's going to be you when Pep leaves, bruv. You're going to see the reality. Arsenal ain't good. No, so roll the dice. Roll the dice with who, bro? I don't feel confident that Arsenal will win anything. We're not. Not with Arteta. Need something to change. Not unless we're going to do a madness in the summer and they really wake up and it's pedal to the metal. We'll see. Arsenal, what a mess before. Not really. It's exaggerated. We were 5th in the league and we were 4 points off 4th place. It's an exaggerated narrative to help push this Arteta team. We lost in the Europa League final 4-1 to. I won't call it a mess. How we brought Marino, Calafiori, and now Sterling when we needed it. Listen, it's crazy, numero uno. It's crazy stuff, man. It's crazy stuff. We got 5 left backs, and we're playing a under-21 CM at left back, and he's better than all. I feel like me and you sometimes, numero uno. It's like you're spitting. It's like me and you are connected, bro. It's what you're saying is word for word, bar for bar. It's perfect. It's perfect. Perfect, bro. Not just yet. Let's just hold the horses, rein it in, have his name on the P45, and we'll go game by game. Let's not make no rash decisions. And then if we do have to get rid of him, it will be at the end of next season. So we'll let him know 4 games to go. Look, bro, we've got your replacement. Safe. Hands will flick to City when Pep leaves. He's turned to dominate. He won't dominate the Premier League, bruv. He ain't got it in him. Is Zuberman David Jorginho upgrade? Well, Jorginho was shy, so any player I feel that's mobile is an upgrade on Jorginho, but is it a upgrade on our first team? So will he take Partey's place? Because that is the $1 million question. Like, we actually need a replacement for Partey, younger, dynamic. And when I mean replacement, I don't mean get rid of Partey. I mean extend his contract, and him, Zubimendi, will be the rotating midfielders, and Rice and Odegaard can do their bit. And if you need to rest Rice or Odegaard, then you don't have to play. You can play Zubi and Partey or Mourinho. You know what I mean? But never Mourinho on his own. Without Partey or Zubi must play ahead of Mourinho. So in terms of that squad built, done. That part of the squad. Exactly. The no plan B from Arteta is shocking, bro. But he'll learn. Remember, we did shit with Wenger and only appreciated him when he left. Give Arteta no. Wenger never done shit, bro. Wenger never had 750 million to spend in 6 seasons. He had that over 22 seasons, bro. And we didn't even have a board at Arsenal. We had a split board for 10 years, bro. So I'm not having no slander on the professor's name. Jorginho had no run, bro. Had no run. I remember you guys. I remember we played him, but he didn't have a run. He was crap. Playing with Jorginho and Havertz in the same team is like being down to 9 men. Playing with either or is down to 10 men. It's ridiculous. Playing with Mourinho in midfield, you're also down to 10. That's why, just shite, man. Arteta's ID, his talent for ID scout is quite. I haven't been impressed. He hasn't found the gem, and I've gone, cool, blind. Now, Wenger go and find me Nicolas Anelka. You know what I mean? You go and find me a Colo Torre or a Yaya Torre or a Diaby or who else can I say? Have I said Anelka yet? I must have said Anelka, like an Adebayor. Do you know what I mean? Robin Van Persie just plucked his man out of nowhere. Did I say Vieira? What? Robert Pires? What? Okay, not so much Pires, but you know what I mean? That man said, yeah, I can turn these man into stars, bro. Stars. The first star I think he brought was probably Arshavin. I would say the first real star that he brought was Arshavin, Sanchez. Even then, Sanchez wasn't a bona fide. Oh, Ozil was the biggest player he bought. Chris, I know you don't rate Rodri, but if he's bruv, where the fuck is Rodri going to play for Arsenal? Unless they're going to put Saka down the middle, which I do recommend they do. Where's Rodri going to play? What, we're going to play him on the left? Over Martin? Is he really upgrading Martinelli? Like, for all of our cusses and shortcomings from Martinelli, he's still a hard player to replace. It's got to be, because that position costs big bucks. I'm saying, but yeah, he's going to replace Martinelli, but is he really going to replace Martinelli? Is he? Can he? And we're not getting Rodrigo. That's all myths. And he's 28 years old. I know the remit apparently is to buy ready-made players. But yeah, for me, guys, Slot really just come in and just tweak the team and put Graven Birch from an attacking midfielder stroke 8 box to box to a number 6, and this just worked out perfect. That's it. That's the only tweak they did, and just slowed the tempo down a bit. That's it. But now they've lost a real cog in Trent, so let's see how they handle adversity, because they actually had 38 games of 0 adversity. My guy, did you just wake up? What do you mean he's way better than... bro. Is he? I thought he was 28. Rodrigo's on 24. Well, yeah, I'll take him then. I was trying to age Rodrigo, boy. But we're not getting no Rodrigo. That's all myth, bro. That's not happening. We're not spending that kind of dough. We've got to spend that kind of dough on a striker, personally speaking. And I don't mean, we can't be getting players of the ilk of Rasmus Højlund and Xerxes. It's got to be a harder level, a real killer, like a Groikes, hopefully. Anyway, man, I'll be on for brunch tomorrow morning with Marvelous Marv. We've got to give him a guard of honor. Let's fucking go. Have a good evening. Oh, good evening.